Hello, people. This is Eric Deloach, your residential book author. You know me in that capacity. But, I'm also the show host of Black Authors in America, Black Authors and Others, a show that's in America that is really doing some great and trailblazing things. Today, we have a guest that we had before, very exciting guest. She is very knowledgeable, and I think that you will be informed and enriched by her information and her desire to share and kind of let you know about things on the financial front. So at this time, with no further ado, I'll let her introduce herself. Okay.
Wow. Thank you very much, Eric, for having me. My name is Faith Titus. I am actually a surveyor by profession, and I am also the founder CEO, Sonergy Protocol, and co-founder of Blockchain Nigerian User Group. I've been in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space for about 5 years, providing education with respect to how people can actually leverage the ecosystem and make money from it. And apart from that, also educating people on how to play safe in the crypto market. So it's my pleasure, to have you here listening to me today. So I hope that at the end of those section, you are going to be learning one or two potentials that is going to inform your decisions that to make you profitable in investing into the crypto market, because it's actually the future. And what I'm talking about is Bitcoin, right? So it's actually the world payment network system that we are hoping that in the nearest future, everyone in the world is going to embrace the technology, is going to embrace Bitcoin and be able to do their financial transactions and also become profitable in the ecosystem. So I'm glad
Okay.
to be here.
Uh, okay. What's the last thing you said?
I said, I hope that at the end of the day, everyone is going to learn one or two potentials that is going to inform their decision in investing in the financial markets with respect to cryptocurrency and be able to play safe in the ecosystem and become profitable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me share this with the public, okay? And I follow one master teacher, very interesting financial brain that's out of the UK. He's originally from Texas, if I'm correct, in the United States. But an update, he was sharing, I watched his program, I think last night in the night and about a week ago. I watched it on a regular basis. You can look out for One Master T. He's a financial consultant, and also he is a world traveler. That would be a proper way to find him. He was talking about cryptocurrency, and he was mentioning that now in some places they're getting ready in terms of cryptocurrency to put it in people's retirement plans. So I want the American public to understand this and listen to me closely. Once they decide, and my background for you to know, undergrad finance, master's accounting. Want you to understand that. So heed to what I'm telling you. What's going on now is that now it's starting to be circulation of putting cryptocurrency in retirement plans. That means it's going to make cryptocurrency extremely, a normal process of the financial breakdown in portfolios. Okay, that's going to extend to so many different individuals, especially 9-to-5 people that work and stuff like that. So this is very serious. So I want to kind of get rid of the fear. And another thing I want to say something to you people is that you need to understand this. You can no longer just depend on your 9-to-5 That's great, but you're gonna have to get a rich man's mentality. I want you to get this for my people because I want everybody to be successful that we talk to out here. That means you need to develop more than just one income stream. So if you just work a 9 to 5, that's the only income you're getting. You need to invest in cryptocurrency. You need to invest in stocks and bonds. There's other things I'll share with you another time, but this program is primarily about dispelling the fear behind cryptocurrency and introducing cryptocurrency to you. So I want to talk to you strong. This is kind of how I talk sometime because I want success. I want you to be wealthy, healthy, and in charge of your lives. So, and also I want to note too, it's been mentioned that now in certain, countries, they're not even modern countries, that now the government of some of these countries, I think in South America, I won't go into the name, but one country in particular, that now they're giving their citizens, putting $30 on cryptocurrency for all citizens. So this thing is really getting big. The last time we talked with her, it was $2 trillion market. Now it's a $2.5 trillion market. So something is happening and it's not overly regulated. You really need to pay attention and be open to what's going on with cryptocurrency. So I'll stop at this time. I'm the layman in terms of this topic, but we have an expert here that is here to kind of educate you more, enrich you more, and kind of dispel the fear that's going on now in terms of cryptocurrency. So let me just start back with the initial question that I want to ask. Tell us again, what is cryptocurrency? It's mystical. It's like something out of thin air. How would you define for, let's say, someone that's a high school student and they came up to you, ma'am, what is cryptocurrency?
All right, thank you very much, Eric, for that question. But before answering, I would actually say that you have actually done a whole lot of, introduction and a whole lot of education, laying up the background as to what cryptocurrency is and how people can actually, come in, dispelling the fears that they have due to the volatility of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in the ecosystem. So to answer your question, basically, um, cryptocurrency is actually a digital currency. It's the digital money that is being deployed with the help of what we call cryptography, right? The cryptography makes it to be secured. It makes it to be secured and run on an infrastructure that is called blockchain. And the blockchain provides that opportunity for any money or any transaction that is embedded on it not to be immutable or not to be disrupted by anybody or not to be deleted. So therefore it provides transparency, of transactions between you and I, between P2P, person to person, from one country to another, from one location to another. So it is actually a currency that has no control of the government. It's a currency that is not issued by the government. It's a currency that is issued, for you and I to be able to leverage, accept it, make use of it, and make more money in the nearest future. Why? Because it is deflationary. Inflation does not affect it because the supply of cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, is limited, and it is only 21 million, that was mined when it was actually launched in 2008 and was commercialized in 2009 by a man called, or a group of people, or maybe a country, because nobody knows the creator, but we all know the person as Satoshi Nakamoto. right? So that is basically on cryptocurrency. And I would say that because of its volatile nature, because sometimes the Bitcoin itself, the price goes up and down. Sometimes it might go to $20,000, it goes to 40,000 to 50,000, and it comes down to 30 to 40 because it fluctuates. So a lot of people kind of have fears in investing into the crypto market or investing in Bitcoin, right? And as a result, there has been a whole lot of surveys that have been commissioned in the world or globally, where has actually shown that out of 10 people, right, we have 1 out of 10 people investing in crypto or investing in Bitcoin. That goes a long way to show that for every 1 million people, right, that have the knowledge of investing in cryptocurrency, out of 1 million, at least 1,000 people, invest in Bitcoin, right? But I think I would, before I have to, proceed with what we are going to, be learning about Bitcoin, I want to say that this is not actually a financial advice. So I want to put up this disclaimer, right? We are just here to provide education, to provide knowledge, to teach people or show people different assets or financial asset class they can actually, invest their money. But we are not saying that you must. So it is not a financial advice. So I think it's very, very important that we put out this disclaimer, right? And so going forward, um, many, out of people that have different sample opinion, right, they've actually found out that it is easy, right, to invest or to trade in this ecosystem or putting their money on different digital assets, right? Because more than 10%, like I said earlier, more than 10% of, people that had been surveyed, a whole lot of them, they have testified that, they invested in cryptocurrency and that the digital coin um, as against real estate, stock, and mutual funds, that it has been very, very beneficial for them, investing in cryptocurrency rather than investing in real estate, stocks, and mutual funds or bonds, right? And even in that survey, like I saw it, I think people also said about 65% of those cryptocurrency investors, right, jumped into the asset class, which is Bitcoin, you know, particularly last year, 2020. And according to that same survey, it says that the price of the top cryptocurrencies has actually, displayed some trademark in volatility, being the fact that when they actually invested about this time last year, cryptocurrency or Bitcoin was actually trading at about 10,000, 11,000, $15,000. But as we speak right now, Bitcoin is actually trading at $60,000, right?
Wow.
So
Wow.
yes, it's actually trading at 60. So you can see that there has been, a very huge surge in the
Right.
market, right?
Right.
Because even in April this year, it actually went to $63,000, and that's the all-time high in April before the market plunged and came down to about 40,000, 30,000, and just a few days ago, less than 72 hours, the crypto markets actually surged again in price, and it's made Bitcoin price to go up to about, yeah, I think yesterday it was actually trading at about $62,800, but right now it's at $60,000, right? So I know that because of this volatility, it actually creates a whole lot of fears in people. But from the survey, from the information out there, from the data out there, it is said that people who have invested in cryptocurrency earlier, before now, they are very, very satisfactory with the return on investment they have actually gotten so far. So there is nothing to be to be scared about. It's actually an ecosystem that you can leverage and play safe. But what you really want to, really understand is that you have to learn more on how you can invest. So thereby saying that education is actually key in this industry. Yeah, of course, there is still risk associated, with investing in cryptocurrencies as there is with other assets. But the space may be very, very exciting and cool for some people, right? But it doesn't really change the fact that, you're still putting your money at risk. But, generally life is risky, right? But then you really have to take an informed risk in whatever you are doing.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go at it from this side standpoint. So it's like, and I'm just asking you again, it's kind of like, this is what I envision. It's kind of like a account into a currency, that it account into a currency, and the currency is a product. So when people understand, like a product, like a car or whatever, it's an account, that's a financial account into the currency, which is a product that is a world product that is not subject to the currency laws of each and every country at this particular point in time. And when you think about stocks and bonds, people, you think about investing in a company. And when we think about stocks and bonds, you don't see the company. You don't see the company, but you're invested in Coca-Cola. How do you know that what's going on with your money? You're not the CEO of Coca-Cola. You're not the necessarily. I mean, majority of Americans are people from England, Canada, from Germany, or whatever the case may be. But you invest in Coca-Cola. You have an account, financial account, stock account, and based on their performance and certain types of information, then the stock goes up, stock goes down. Okay. Cryptocurrency, I'm assuming you have an account in a currency. Okay. And more people get involved, then, and more excitement get and more information, then it actually goes up. And the thing to know is new. Like one master teacher was sharing, and I just want to share this. It's like the internet. The internet, nobody knew at first what was going to happen, but it was a useful product, and it caught on, and all of a sudden you can't even live. You're like a hermit, or you're like in the woods if you don't have a computer. And some things you have to do with a computer or the internet. So now it's fresh, and people get involved with it. And I guess again, like I mentioned before, you have countries that are getting their people invested. They're investing their own people into it. So something's going, that to me is a sign something's going on. And then I'll say this, and number two, you have now, I'll say three things. But the second thing is that now they're starting to introduce putting cryptocurrency in retirement plans. So that's affecting even more people. They're taking it seriously. And I remember paying somebody on PayPal, and I see the icon on PayPal of cryptocurrency. So to me, from my background and understanding, one time I was with Charles Schwab in a, working there. So investment firm. So something, and it was a contractor with Charles Schwab. But the point is that in that environment, I understand that something positive is happening with cryptocurrency. And I guess the thing that we want to share with people, it's an investment into a product. And you want to get involved with it. You can get involved with it anytime, but you want to get involved with it now as it's growing, and grow with the product and grow with this blockchain that's going on. And that's, I just want to share that. So tell me, how long have you been that you have been dealing with cryptocurrency, and have you yourself invested in cryptocurrency?
Oh, yes, of course I have. Well, I actually, got into the cryptocurrency market in 2016. And since then, I have remained in the market because it is a market that has actually proven that I do not really need the 9 to 5 to be able to make a living from that. So it is a market or cryptocurrency, I mean a market as I would say a market and an asset that has actually enabled me to become my own bank, right? And before I go further, I would like to, let us know that even the Bank of America, everybody knows the Bank of America, right? They have actually given, their own approvals, to invest in the crypto market. They said that the market is too large to be ignored.
Mm.
And as I said to you, they have actually, invested some amount of money in the cryptocurrency market. So if Bank of America can invest in the cryptocurrency market, if Bank of America cannot ignore the cryptocurrency potentials, so who am I not to invest? Who am I
Let me,
not to invest in the market?
you absolutely, and the thing that happens to be my bank, Bank of America. But the thing to know in terms of Bank of America and just banks in general, and this is from finance, understanding finance, is that bank a bank is one of the one of the most important institutions in a community, in a country. And to make business take place, to safeguard people's savings and things of that nature. That bank, they provide that type of stuff. But the thing to know about a bank, is actually one of the most conservative financial institutions, especially in a modern country. It is one of the most conservative. They're not going to make risky investments to the point that it endangers their institution. And people know, it's easy to get a car loan. It's a little bit harder, but still not out of reach to get a house loan. But it's extremely hard, or hard, we can say. I mean, not as easy to get a business loan. So when she's sharing with us that Bank of America is starting to partake and refusing to not ignore, they're paying attention, and now they're becoming active with cryptocurrency, then we know something big and huge is happening. The thing that I
Exactly.
want to say, yeah, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Because people have actually noticed that Bitcoin is actually an asset that is used as a medium of exchange in normal commercial transaction. And by using it, it will make those normal commercial transactions to grow. So because there is not going to be a whole lot of friction between you and I having a financial transactions. Sometimes maybe you want to send me money into my bank account, right? You're there, you're making use of Bank of America, and I'm here, I'm making use of a bank over here in Nigeria. and you want to send me money, it's going to take about 4 or 5 days before the money comes to me. But you can, but the banks integrating the technology, the Bitcoin technology, in their traditional banking system, right, is going to make the normal commercial transactions, to grow, and it's going to make you and I to have a seamless transactions, right? And it has also been pointed out that consumers and companies, we want to use such an, unstable currency, even though it is unstable. They want to make use of it because sometimes when it comes down in price, it also have that ability, to go up in price, and you have that opportunity to make money out of it. So most people too are saying that digital asset like Bitcoin is also an instrument that can be used to hedge against inflation, and it's also a store of value. Although most people are also noting that the only thing Bitcoin has proved to be so far is a vehicle for speculation. Yes, but even if people speculate, I believe why people speculate is because it has not been globally adopted or accepted as a one uniform form of currency, because people are still, government are still having doubts about it because of the volatility nature, right? And again, since it's a currency that is not being issued by government, and since they cannot control it, so they are looking for a way to see how they can, partake in the potentials and, reap from the low hanging fruits by making efforts to have it regulated. you know
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, some
But
countries are actually making effort to have it regulated, but it has also proven that Bitcoin cannot really be regulated like that. It's difficult to regulate. And the reason why they want to get it regulated is because since you and I trade person to person, and the government may not be aware of how we trade, and as a result, we may have that opportunity not to be paying tax. But government wants us to be paying tax. Of course, we are all law-abiding citizens, and we should be. So if the banks, integrate this technology into the traditional financial system, of course, it's going to help them to be able to get some tax out of our trading. But then again, it's going to actually make our financial transactions, very, very seamless and beneficial to us. Okay. Yeah.
okay. Well, let's go to this. Let me ask you this. So let's say last year, let's say at the beginning of the year, let's say if you invested, I'm just gonna use a figure, a few figures. So let's just start here.
Mhm.
$5,000 in January. Where would you be now if you invested back, January 2021, and you invested $5,000, I guess, in Bitcoin? Where would you be now?
Wow. If I had invested $5,000 in Bitcoin in January, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to use okay, yeah, I
Are
would
you are
say
use your own example to kind of let people. I just want people to understand what's
okay.
happening and why people are making, see how people are making significant money. You whatever example you want to use. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. Like let's say in January,
Right.
Bitcoin actually was trading at between $28,000 and $30,000 in January, and this minute it is trading at above a little above $60,000. So for someone who invested or who bought one Bitcoin at $30,000 in January this year, and this is the 10th month of 2021, by now you would have been making 50% profit of your investment. You would have been earning, a little above $30,000. I mean, that's a very good investment, if you
Right.
ask me.
Right.
So for someone who invested, for example, this time October last year, Bitcoin was trading between $9,000 and $10,000. So
Okay.
let's say you invested $10,000
Okay.
by this time last year, just in 12 months, you would have been making over $50,000. That's more like about 500% or
Wow.
600% of
Wow.
your investment. Of course, yes. And not just in Bitcoin. I know that a lot of people right now may be saying, oh, it is very expensive for me to invest in Bitcoin right now. There are other alternative cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, like Binance Coin, like Solana, um, Chainlink, a whole lot of them, because we have over 7,000 different cryptocurrencies in the market as I speak to you right now. So for someone who invested in those little cryptocurrencies, some of them are going for like $1. Some of them are trading at 20 cents, some of them 40, some of them $200. So for some, and most of those cryptocurrencies, as I speak to you, have even done over 1,000%. And it did not take a lot of them to get up to 1 year. Some of them, just started increasing in value within 2 to 3 months, 6 months, and they are already, having return on investment of over 1,000%, 2,000%. I would have loved a situation where maybe I had the opportunity to share my screen, just to show our audience most of those data, because sometimes when you say it, it feels like you are actually, trying to over exaggerate, right? Because
Right.
a lot of people, they want to see before they believe.
Right.
And if I'll have the opportunity to, do so, I would like to, go on a platform called Coin Market Cap. Anybody can go on Coin Market Cap, and you look at different cryptocurrencies. Like I'm looking at one right now, the biggest gainer, 24 hours biggest gainer, as I speak right now. One is called Moon Rabbit, and it has actually gained up to 728% as I speak to you. This is 24 hours trading um, volume. Um,
Right.
I don't know if I can be able to, share my screen,
Well,
just for
well,
people to see this.
maybe we'll, if we can't do it this time, then next time. But you can just talk. We just kind of introduce them. But you're going to be on some more. And for the people to know out there, I want you to know. I talked to her before time. I really believe in her company and believe in her. So I'm telling you, and let me say it a nice way. I don't want to come too strong or whatever. I really love the audience, and I want the best that's for you guys, so that you can increase your income streams and be as successful and have a free and enjoyable life. But I'm personally, you hear me now, personally going to do business with her in terms of it, of I guess it from a broker standpoint, to invest and partake in what's going on. I mean, what more information? I'm just saying, I'm a little bit more, maybe more risk taker than you guys. I'm a creative guy at heart, but to hear 1,000%, 750%, and hear all of these figures and all this greatness, I have to see what's going on. Curiosity may kill the cat, but I'm a human being, so I'm still alive. So I'm going to see what's going on. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this. So it's very exciting. She's very knowledgeable. And just tell us a little bit more. What do you, are there any more incredible stories that you want to share that the audience may not really know about, because they just hear cryptocurrency and fear goes into people's, you know, psyches, and they're just kind of just, oh my God. But share some more stories if you have, to kind of let them know what is really going on that's very exciting and that's taking place.
Okay, cool. I'd like to share some of the African stories,
Sure.
over here. Of course, I know that yeah, Africa is actually an emerging market. The world see Africa to be very, very poor, right? But
Right.
I can say that Africa is actually rich. We are actually rich. We are
Yeah,
rich, yeah. And it doesn't also mean that over there in America that everybody is rich. There are still
that's
poor
true.
people, right?
That is
Like
true.
I said in my last time when I was having this kind of session with you, I trade with people over there in America. I trade with they're my business partners, and sometimes we discuss, you know, um, investing potentials as this, and we also guide people on how they can trade and make money out of the ecosystem. And some of them they have been working, and ever since they found out about cryptocurrency, some of them has actually left their job and they are
Mm,
trading cryptocurrency full time. As
okay.
I speak to you, some of them have their husbands, their wives, their kids. For the kids, they actually introduce them into the market we call the NFT market, where kids can actually play games. As they are playing games and they are earning. You can imagine playing games and you're earning cryptocurrency and you're making money out of it. Some people are investing in decentralized land, what we call, yeah, virtual land. So because we have different companies that tokenizes real estate. So when they tokenize them and list them in the market, people who do not have access to having houses in America, in Europe, maybe they are here in Africa and they have the money, they can actually invest into that opportunity and have that, opportunity to own a land, but they are here. So cryptocurrency has given them that opportunity. And over here in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, there are people who before now have not been able to save up to $1,000 in their account. And some of them, they have been working, they're actually working, and ever since they knew about cryptocurrency, some of them have actually left their job
Mm,
and have made money. I
mm-hmm.
can use myself as an example. In 2016, I like sharing this story seriously because
Yes.
it's something that would have to motivate other people. So in 2016, when I returned from the UK, where I went to, do my master's degree, right, in international oil and gas management, I had the hopes that when I return back to my country, I am going to get myself a job, a well-paid job in one of the oil rich companies, right?
Right.
But I never got that opportunity. I was going from one company to another trying to submit my CVs. And that took a whole lot of time. On that process, someone introduced me into cryptocurrency. And since 2016, I have been in the ecosystem, and because of what I have seen in the market, that gave me that opportunity to resign from my job. I left my job early 2017, and since 2017, I have been playing in this market. I have been educating people in this market. And do you believe that, or can you believe that I actually worked in the government um, agency for about 9 years?
Mhm.
I wasn't able to save up to $1,000 even for 1 year as a savings in my account, in my bank account. But when I learned about cryptocurrency and I came into the ecosystem, I was able to save even more than $1,000 in my bank account in 1 month. Isn't that amazing? And that was and that was what informed me to leave in my job. And that's why I am doing what I'm doing today, educating people, trying to interact with different people from different cultural background, just to make them understand that there is a future, there's an opportunity in the ecosystem. For example, JP Morgan in 2017 said that Bitcoin was a scam, but today he is the highest investor in the crypto market.
Wow.
PayPal said Bitcoin was not money, that they were not going to come in. They said a whole lot of negative things about Bitcoin, but today PayPal has opened up their market to the Americans to trade in Bitcoin. So this is just a few examples. I can tell you that I can say a whole lot of examples. Like I said, I have a lot of Americans, working with me, and you see some of them are doctors, some of them are bankers, some of them they are in US Army, a whole high profile Americans are actually trading cryptocurrency, and they are making so much money from the ecosystem. Some of them that has maybe I would say a corporate athlete that has a fashion athlete, they are beginning to tokenize their fashion products, maybe shoes, shirts, they tokenize them, and they make so much money from that. I'll give you an example. I have one of them who invested $40 in an NFT, an
Uh-huh.
NFT shoe. An
Hmm.
NFT is a non-fungible token. So
Okay.
it's like the digital art, right? And it has different collectibles as well that people can actually, and part of the collectibles are gaming, entertainment, music. And this partner of mine actually invested just $40
Mm.
in $40 in October last year. Do you know that $40, just few days ago, he posted it on his Facebook page saying that $40 has actually given him over $10,000. That particular shoe right now is
What?
being, yes, that
No.
particular shoe
No. When did he invest his $40? When?
last year, October, precisely on the 20th. So it's about 2 days more to become a year.
And what did he invest the $40 in?
I talked about NFTs. NFT is actually non-fungible token. It gives you that opportunity to, you can tokenize your shirt, you can tokenize your book. The last time I told you, as an author, you can tokenize your book. You can turn it to an NFT and sell them. You mix them into the blockchain and you sell them. And whoever that, let's say for example, you listed one of those your books, right?
Right.
And you listed it at $40, and someone now bought it, and the person who bought it now has the right ownership of that book. The person becomes the author. So now when the person becomes that author and the person keeps going to promote it, talking nice things about the books, and people would have more they will have more time, or they will have that opportunity to really know what is in that book, and they will want to buy. So as
Right.
people are buying and they are bidding, the price would be going up. So the same thing happened in this case, where someone listed a pair of shoes at $40, and someone bought it and relisted it again, and another person saw the shoe. Oh, and this shoe is actually nice, and these are virtual shoes, so they're actually unique. It's like having a tailored product, a personalized shoes that cannot be reproduced anymore. So you only have access to that shoe. The shoe, maybe it's being customized to your name. So at any point in time you want to sell it again. So that was what happened. So this person kept on selling and reselling to another person, and that was how people kept on buying. And as I speak to you right now, that book is the shoe is worth over $10,000.
Is this also considered cryptocurrency?
Yes, it's cryptocurrency. It's
Wow, you understand there's so much to learn. And I just take it from the standpoint of just really getting an introduction to it, if you will, and kind of like you're an expert. So I think what's important too, that people get to know experts. You may not, some people we may not understand, but if you can get connected with somebody who's an expert, then they can explain and at the same time help you, be successful. So there's so much still. It's not. I'm the word I'm not going to use is it. I'm not fearful, but I'm open to learning, and I know that when you have J.P. Morgan, I know when you have Bank of America and different countries and different things get involved, something has happened. And you have to take a leap of faith. Nothing is going to be. One guy used an example, a book author that sold over 180,000 books. That's like almost $2 million, people. But when you got a bike and you're a kid, you want to ride a bike, but guess what? You don't know how to ride a bike. So you have to take the risk. You have the training wheels on. At some point, the training wheels have to come off and you ride the bike and it happens. You can't, oh, I'm never going to ride a bike. Guess what? You'll never ride a bike. Oh, I'm not going to take my chance at making money. You'll never make money. So sometimes you have to take, they call it a leap of faith. Sometimes you have to just test the waters and see what happens. So that's what I want to get rid of, this fear among people. Everything is not just going to be spoon fed to you. You have to participate. You have to put some money in. And I think it's sensible to run into individuals who have have a knowledge of what's going on, that has an expertise. And in your case, you have an extra expertise, because not only were you took it from the financial standpoint, you actually live and gain fruit from cryptocurrency. It's not like somebody just taught you in the classroom. You actually live positive and rewarding and enriching results from cryptocurrency. Are there any more? Can you tell us one or two more stories? This is fascinating. This is very interesting and very fascinating.
Exactly. So I also like to share. I also like to share a story about a friend of mine. He's a Black American.
Right.
Yeah, he contacted me 2 days ago because
Okay.
I have a crypto project, a blockchain crypto project, which is Sonergy.io. That's a website where I focus on providing quality data to people. So where people can actually have the access to buy data or collect data or produce data and be able to make money, right? You do research, and when you get the data from there, people who will be providing this data for you, they have to earn for providing you that data, because a lot of people these days, they engage them, they provide a whole lot of content, and most of these contents are being sold on the internet without them, making money out of it. So that's a platform I am actually building, right? And as a result, this friend of mine saw me from Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, Faith, I love what you're doing." And I posted about the NFT again, and he said, "Wow." We had a discussion, and he's a music artist. So
Okay.
I told him that, do you know you can tokenize your music? you're over there in America, and how can you, reach out to people in Europe, in Africa to know about your music? You do not need to rely on Apple Music. You do not need to rely on Spotify for you to be able to sell your music, sell your talent, and make money. You have an opportunity that you can use to, sell your art, your musical art, to everyone in the world. And NFT, which is a non-fungible token, and it's a cryptocurrency, provides you that opportunity. And he was like, wow, are you serious? And I said, yes, I'm serious. And we had this discussion a few months ago, but 3 days ago, he actually came to me and said, wow, Faith, I have been able to list my music on Rarible. And this is an NFT marketplace, and he has listed its people. He minted, millions of the music, where people are now going to bid for each of those music. Before you download it, before you're able to download, you will have to, buy it either with Ethereum or with USDT or Binance Coin. So you should be able to buy it with crypto. And when you buy the music with crypto, and because there's a huge demand for the musical acts, for the music, of course, the value of each music and of that token, because that music becomes the token. Once you have actually minted your music into the blockchain, it becomes token, it becomes cryptocurrency. So it is that crypto that now increases in value, and that gives you that opportunity to make more money. And whoever that, downloads such music can be able to have like an ownership to that music, and again, you that is the music artist, you do not need to rely on platform like Apple or
Mm.
Spotify to get your money from there. You know how when you get your music listed in platforms like that, they pay to those platforms, and those platforms take their percentage fee or transaction fee and pay you the other one. But in this case, this money is being paid directly to your wallet
Wow.
in
Wow.
crypto assets. So you have control of your money. So you see what the opportunity within the crypto space can give to people.
Mm.
There was this card. It's called a digital card, of paintings, different paintings, like your photos. Oh, do you know that this section that we are having now, this particular section we're having, we can tokenize it and list it in the NFT marketplace, and people who want to listen to the information that we have shared would have to buy it with our own crypto. And the more they buy, the more the money goes to our wallet, to our pocket, and we become rich. So,
We have a
yeah.
well, look, we have a lot to talk about, but I think we're going to almost end this session. We don't want to give them too much, but let me ask you this, because we're in the holiday season, right? So,
Yeah.
and that, and I'm just thinking, that people, my mother taught me, this is one of her things, and she's correct. Take care of my mother. Is that with kids, for example, you for Christmas, you instead of buying them a toy, just give them. You see where I'm going, but instead of buying them a toy, you know, give them a money order for $20 or for $10 or $20. So I'm thinking, when could you not include cryptocurrency and give them a account for $20? You get where I'm going? $5 a Christmas, a Christmas gift. I'm going to give my grandson. I have children right now, but say my grandson. Say if I was 85, I give my grandson a $50 or $100 cryptocurrency Christmas gift certificate.
Of course, of course you can, and I can tell you that is the best Christmas gift you can give to your child.
Right.
Seriously, is the best Christmas gift. Let's say I have had people or friends who actually gave birth, right? Immediately they gave birth, or even before they gave birth to their child, they were able to open a cryptocurrency account, wallet, and what they do for the whole of the 9 months or 6 months, they keep buying Bitcoin of $5 every month, $10, $20, as the case may be. Even before the child is born, they already own crypto. And yes, people use it as an investment or saving opportunity or plan. Say before you give birth, or even after you have given birth and your child became a toddler, and grow up into going to school, the
Right.
nursery school, college, you would have been able to save a lot of money in Bitcoin by throwing into your child's crypto wallet account $5, $20, for those times to be able to take care of your child's school fees.
Right.
Or holiday plans. And sometimes most people, it's about the end of year, and we're about into 2022. So most people, what they do, they create a cryptocurrency account. So from January 1st or end of January, they keep on buying different crypto assets, and they are saving, and they don't touch it. Whether the market is going up or is going down, they don't. So they save from January to December as against Christmas holiday or vacation, maybe to the Bahamas, right? So that is possible. So like I would say, the best Christmas gift any parent can give to any child, as I speak to you right now, is a good crypto asset. Right? Instead of putting all the money in toys. And again, you can, even those toys are being sold now in the crypto marketplace as NFTs. So you can actually, because there are people who have those toys, there are companies who produces those toys. So they list them into the NFT market as a token. So when they list it maybe at $5 or $20, you as a parent, you go buy that toy, buy the toy at $20. There are other people, there are a lot of Christmases ahead, right? So as Christmases or holidays are coming, and as parents are giving birth to children, of course, they will always love that toy that is already listed in the market. So there's going to be a lot of demand. And that particular toy will not only be costing $20 because there has been demand and you are still holding it, you listed it, so people will be bidding and the price will keep going up. At the end of the day, you may decide to sell it at $10,000, $20,000, $200,000. That happens. I don't know if it was in this session I shared that there was someone who listed what we call CryptoPunk. It's just a JPEG, just a cartoon in 2017. And he listed it for, as at then, 2017, Ethereum was, let's say Ethereum was just about $120. And he said he was going to sell it for 333 Ethereum. Now, people didn't buy. Some people they kept on bidding, and 2017, at some point, yes, Ethereum was like, it was, no, okay, fine. Yeah, let's use that. Let's use that figure. And do you know that few months ago, this guy is an Instagram blogger. He actually sold that copy of cartoon. He sold it for over Yeah, over 100 Ethereum. And one Ethereum at that time was over $3,000. So multiply $3,000 times 133 Ethereum. That's a whole lot of money.
That's a whole lot of money.
Just for
So
a cartoon. Just
so
for a
so,
cartoon.
so now, and we're gonna stop. We give them a cliffhanger. Is that you can do? You have the coin, but you can actually have a product that you have, and it's
Mhm.
almost like it's almost like an auction, and so you can have money or you can have a product. So then that means you don't have to be super wealthy. You just have, say, let's say Star Wars figures.
Mhm.
You know, the Star Wars figures.
Yeah,
You could probably put those in there, and people love that type of stuff. Or a
exactly.
comic book thing,
Exactly.
or a picture
Point.
of our Obama. You know, when he was just different things.
Exactly. That's it. And people will buy. And that's it. The market is so crazy, and people keeps buying. There was actually a photo that has the picture of I think JP Morgan, Jeff Bezos, Kardashian, Kenyan West. Like the world's famous
People,
people. They had like a dining table, and someone had their cartoon that
right,
they were actually having a dinner.
right.
So do you know that that picture JPEG actually costs for over $1 million? People
On
bought
that, yeah, on that note, people, we're going to stop. I think we have really blown your interest out of the water. Oh, so are we having so much fun over here? I tell you, people, this
yeah.
is awesome. So, but we're going to stop this time around, but she will be back again soon. So at this time, I think we kind of got them, and it got my interest, but we kind of got them to see the possibilities and the greatness of the blockchain and cryptocurrency. So at this time, tell us where they can find you and get in contact with you, and of course you will be back. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Well, basically, you can find me on LinkedIn at Surv Your Faith Titus. You can also go to my website, which is www.sonergy.io, right? And once you go on the website, scroll to the bottom of the website, you are going to be seeing a Telegram icon. Click on the Telegram icon and join my Telegram group and ask about the admin of the group, and you are going to, that is the fastest, and quickest way to reach out to me. You can also find me on Twitter at eWealth right? So, yeah, anytime I'm available, and I would like us to have like a live session next time, so people see those platforms and actually see how well they can navigate through the platform, and be able to try their hands in trading,
Right.
right?
Right.
So that will really be very, very um, important. And you can come through. We can have private classes for you.
Right.
um, have private classes for you. Sometimes you we can actually train you according to your time schedule, right? Yes. So anytime you're free, we can fix those class sections with you, and take you by hand, and put you through the ecosystem and the crypto market. Sometimes when you hear most of this information and you go out there, you may not be able to sieve the quality information from the market. Remember, there are a lot of scams out there.
Right.
So you need the right people like myself and Eric, to hold you by hands and show you the appropriate platforms where you can trade safely and don't expose yourself to scams, right? Okay. So that's about that. And I really appreciate this time. I appreciate you having me. And I always like to come back. Although, yes, we are not perfect, right? We are still learning, right? Even though, yes, we appear to be experts or we are experts, we don't know it all. So if there are questions that you need to ask, you can, comment on the link below, right? And ask those questions. That would also give us that more time to be able to make researches and give you the right information. I mean, getting us prepared for the next section so we can get you the right information that you desire to leverage the space and become profitable.
Awesome, awesome. So, and I didn't think of that, but she's so smart. So, so definitely in the comment sections, if you have any questions, leave those. But make sure that she'll get them and make sure that she gets them, and definitely contact her as well. I'm the host, okay, but she's the expert. So, but definitely you want to get familiar and get to know her. This is such a moment in history right now with cryptocurrency, and you see the possibilities of basically unlimited, unlimited. So I want you to leave comments if if you want to, and definitely get in contact with her and learn, and also subscribe, share, personally like, but subscribe and share the video with family members and different people. And I mean, it's Christmas time, right? So what I want to say to you, definitely want to get in contact with her and see how you can set up a account for your significant other, for your mother, your father, your grandchildren, your children. It's time to get involved. If Bank of America, if JP Morgan can get involved, it's definitely time for you to take the bull by the horns. Let's get it, let's get involved, let's benefit, and also learn. So definitely get in contact with her, and we'll end the program. I know we just got you overly excited, and we did it on purpose to you so that you will come back to even learn more and benefit. So we appreciate the guests watch, for everybody watching this show. We really appreciate our guests, our expert, cryptocurrency expert, who is not just a person who just read it, but who's living this fascinating and beautiful life of what cryptocurrency can do for you. So we're very blessed with that, and we will see you next time on Black Authors and Others in our great country of America. And she's in the great country of Nigeria. And so it's been a world effort here, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You stick around. Okay.